Hello? Okay, there's like a 20-second stream delay or something. Because I talked and then waited until I heard myself. Because I have the stream open. They have shorter with lower quality, but I didn't try it. The amount some people grind for speedruns is really high. Most people don't do better things in their lives anyways, even if they were doing something else instead. Like if they didn't do that, they weren't gonna learn philosophy, they weren't gonna read Atlas Shrugged. a lot of people are overly scared of grinding. Like, they're scared to grind for like 1 hour or 2 hours, which isn't very much. Like 500 hours to get a 1 second faster time for a speedrun record, that's like a lot. But, a few hours is not very much. And people, they won't try it and then they don't actually know what it's like. So they don't know how like your perspective changes over time as you learn things. And you actually get better and optimize things more. Some of the speedrun grinds are dumb because once they're like really, really, really good, they learn very little and they try to get lucky. It's like if you do it enough, you get lucky. And if you do it a huge amount, you get like really lucky. You get like a really outlier run and save a few seconds. I think speedrunning would be better to some extent if people cared more about like their average time instead of their single best time ever. Like there's definitely some good things about just what is the best time you've ever gotten. But if it was like, if you do a run, what is the expected time it will take you? If you made that number get better, that would in some ways be more skill oriented. It'd be harder to have a leaderboard though. Restating my last podcast? No. What are you talking about? My last podcast was not on a related topic. There's a new comment. I just got an email notification. The post this guy was talking about was really like hostile and it just kept flaming MWI while attacking strawmen. Basically it was attacking like a bad reading of the Wikipedia version of MWI, not e.g. anything Deutsch wrote in a paper or his books. There's also something interesting about their like denial. Well, I don't know if Ron agrees with that guy. But there's this paragraph. So here David says, this is David Deutsch in an academic physics paper, that if part of reality mathematically matches a certain mathematical construct called an ensemble, that doesn't mean there actually is an ensemble present in reality. It doesn't necessarily mean that. So some people interpret the ensemble as a notional collection, only one member of which is physically real. In other words, they just pretend all the universes except one don't exist. However, no such interpretation is possible if the branches affect each other, as they do in general quantum phenomenon, and in quantum computations in particular, see site. So the people doing the multi-worlds denial, which includes Ron, have a problem here. But however, Ron's response to this was to say he thinks it's true. Oh god, that ending was so cringe, where he said to speedrun over to the like button. I think that kind of thing actually works on people, or people would like not do it so much. 81,000 subscribers doing what he's doing. Oh, there's a comment from Mark Ritsu, the guy in the video. Alright, so I was planning to work on writing this. I started this morning. So first, simplifying case, like, this will make it simpler than dealing with the government letting people in. Okay, yeah, so this is clearly not open borders, in some sense. But it's a little like open borders. Like, there's some sense it's like open borders, because, like, if I just own one little plot of land where my house is, I can't keep Muslims out. I can only keep them out of my land, but, like, a lot of other people could let them in. So, No, I don't want to make a title. I don't have much of a plan. I was just gonna try writing something and doing things. Is there a way to get this stupid learn more thing to go away? Okay, my messages appear below the learn more, but Zhao's are all above it. Maybe it reappeared when I popped out the chat, so I could put it on this screen. Hello Justin, can you see the chat messages from before you joined? Cause Zhao already said like 7 things or something. Oh, maybe you meant spam more literally than talking. Is the text large enough to read? I don't know how the quality is. That doesn't look that bad. Let's make it a little bigger though. I'm using my left monitor to do this, so I have to like tilt my chair to the left and like angle my keyboard to the left and like move it left of where it normally is. It's a little awkward. In the future, I might switch my main display, or yeah, like see the menu bar on the middle display? You can like drag that to the side display, and then all your notifications will appear on your side display. And then you just have to like move all your private shit onto your side display. And then you can use your main display to stream from. It's like inconvenient to move stuff, but it would be more convenient to have stuff directly in front of me. There's something I don't like about the way displays work on Mac, by the way. See, you can only move your mouse from the middle display to a side display at the parts where there's overlap. So basically, my mouse at the top of the screen, I cannot move it from the middle display to the left display. And I can do it like this. And now I can move at the top. See this menu bar? So you can drag the menu bar like this. I don't want to let go because it'll actually swap screens. But if you drag the menu bar onto a different screen, you can make that the main display where your notifications will go. Like Mac will treat it as your primary. Yeah, I know, it's like 20 or 30-second lag from when I talk to when you guys hear it and respond with messages. They have settings for lowering the delay, but they also lower the quality. So I haven't tested them yet, so maybe next stream I'll try the middle option. Anyway, so you can put it so that either the top or the bottom works for moving your mouse between displays. Yeah, I know. When you type chat stuff, you can't just say stuff like yeah, or I won't know what it was a reply to. Twitch is a lot better. YouTube's probably better with the other settings. Anyway, so you have to pick top or bottom, which is annoying because I want my mouse to go between displays when I move it like way to the left. So what they should do is make it proportional. So it's like if you move past the left side of the screen, if your mouse is at 100% height, then it goes to 100% height on the next monitor. If it's at 2/3 height, it goes to 2/3. If it's at 0%, it goes to 0. Like, so just scale it, because the problem is they're different heights, but if you do it proportionally, instead of in terms of actual number of pixels of vertical height, then it would work way better. So that is my suggestion for Apple. When I do videos, I do a different space on my main screen that doesn't have much stuff in it, and I just switch spaces. But for streaming, if I want to be able to like read my IMs while I'm streaming, then they have to be on a different monitor than the monitor that is streaming. So if I want to stream from my main monitor, I would have to drag my IMs onto a side monitor when I was going to stream. The problem with that is it's not just IMs. I have like 20 other windows on my main monitor. There's like a lot of things to move. Anyway. Okay, so there's the homeowners thing. Before I forget, there's other stuff. Oh, whatever. I'll come up with it later. So let's finish analyzing the homeowners association case.
I can't get the answer to that on
Whoop.
Apple Watch.
Siri thought I was talking to her. I just mean the land they own, like, within that HOA's domain, not like, if they have a vacation home on the other side of the country, it doesn't count. It's only the land they own that's being ruled by the HOA. Okay. Oh, by the way, feel free to ask questions in chat about anything. Not just what I'm currently writing. Wait, what the fuck? It defaulted to filtered chat, which it calls top chat. I thought that meant like chronological. It would be like the newest messages. I was expecting the alternative to be like popular messages that got lots of thumbs up but clicks or something. I don't know if they even have those, but alright, let's try live chat. Oh, we get the every time you change anything in the chat window or open a new one, you always get this stupid learn more button. What happens if I click on this? Go to channel, report, remove, put user in timeout. Hide user on this channel, remove moderator. The put user in timeout wording is interesting. Because the normal way to say this would be timeout user. Like, timeout is the verb. And it's referring to literally, like, timing them out. When you say put user in timeout, that phrasing, like, really makes it sound like putting a kid in timeout. Instead of it just being a software function, they're trying to associate it with parenting stuff. Not a fan. What happens if I click on other people? Oh, add moderator instead of remove moderator. For myself, I can only remove. Wait, I can't go to my own channel. See, with these other people, I can go to their channel. But they don't want me to find my own channel. They're trying to hide it from me. I wonder if there's a way to see a list of your viewers. Because Twitch has that. Oh, participants. Oh, toggle timestamps. Wait, participants curi? Did everyone leave? Because it still says 3 concurrent viewers in the control panel. Maybe that means everyone left who was logged in, but there's people who are not logged in still watching. But you're not on the participants list, so I don't believe you. See, you're not there. YouTube said you're not there. They wouldn't deplatform you like that. Yeah, background attention is a pretty normal way to do streams. That's fine. Okay, you're both there. So I don't think the participants list works correctly. Hey, we can send feedback. Some people in chat. I'll check, Kyle. No, I've only seen me. Is it an HOA or a HOA? Because it depends how you say it. If it's an HOA, but it's a homeowners association. Because the starting sound is different, whether you say the letters or the actual words. There must be some rule for that, whether you use a or an before acronyms. I don't know. It's not too important, so I'm not going to look it up. I used a HOA earlier, so I'll just use a. That is not what I wanted to happen. Yeah, self-promotion's fine. Wait, you skipped parts 1 and 2. I mean, I know you did them, but you didn't video them, so the video just comes in the middle. Wait, are you saying that if you record a screencast with Screencast-O-Matic, you can get silence removal without using Reaper? Did you know that before? Did you tell me that before? Zhao, I'm not sure what you're saying. Are you, I don't even know if you're asking me that question or if you're asking Justin. Well, that sounds fine. Uh, Oh, it's got one of these stupid monthly plans instead of a one-time price. Automatically remove silence in recordings. Okay, so that comes up on the second list. Add free playback pages. Wait, what the fuck is that for? Like, they host your videos for you? Instead of, like, putting it on YouTube, use your brand. Upload videos longer than 15 minutes. I assume this is just, like, their own video hosting that I don't care about at all, because I would just upload to YouTube or Vimeo or something. Alright, well, this looks good. I will try that later. So did you just find that recently and just try it recently or something? Yeah, I assumed it would do local video. And just like give you an MP4 or something? I don't know, Zhao. That's why it was confusing. Hey, you guys showed up finally. Well, that was a good idea to try it. Also, I think Zhao asked you a question. Yeah, videos are good once you get stuff set up. They're fairly cheap to make because you can like make a video while doing stuff you were going to do anyways, such as writing about how to keep the Muslims out. Wait, this was over 90 minutes? The silence removal cut like 2/3 of it? My last video, the silence removal cut 13 minutes out of 47. So almost a third. And I thought that was like really high. So I checked speech to text and the word counts for before and after. And it was the same number of words. Reaper's not a lot of work. Like you have to wait a while, but like dragging something into Reaper and hitting the button, it's not actually very many clicks. You do end up with like a bunch of extra files. And also you end up with a bunch of extra re-encodes. Like 2 or 3. FYI, I also went through my own article on video. It's on Gumroad. BRB. Didn't YouTube used to have an auto tweeter feature when you uploaded and then they removed it? Like, I remember using that and then I haven't seen it lately. And then also, it didn't work right because it auto tweeted as soon as your video was up in 360p. And then it'd take like 2 hours later before people could watch the video with the text being legible. Is that yellow circle added by Screencast-O-Matic? You can add circles around your mouse in ScreenFlow. Like, you've probably seen some of my videos with a red circle around it. Oh, by the way, I like this app that lets me draw on my screen. Like this. And I've got two colors, and it's completely by hotkeys. I forgot the name of it. It's open in the menu bar, but I'm not sure what the name is. Oh, Demo Pro. I found it. Anyway, I tried 4 different drawing on your screen apps for Mac, and this is the one that I liked the most. I think it's in the Mac App Store, if I remember right. Anyway, yeah, this is what it looks like. You just set some hotkeys. I changed them a bit, and I don't use like arrow and rectangle or line. I only use freehand, switch color, and erase all, something like that. I guess I have undo, but I haven't really been using it. Oh, they make timers as well. So yeah, good app. One of the problems with videos I make, I've had this problem before with it was the Ocon video with Jordan Peterson and some objectivists on stage. I forget exactly who it was. It might have been like Binswanger or Brooke, or I think Onkar Gate was on stage and like one other objectivist, so it was like 2-on-1 or something. And like Ruben was there or something. Anyways, so like I watched the video at like 2.5 speed or something, and then I did my comments at 1 speed. And then if someone wants to play it back, if they want to speed up my comments, then the Ocon video gets way too fast. And I'm doing the same thing here. If someone watches this video, they're going to hear like me talking slowly and then Justin talking really fast. Wait, you can't hear the YouTube audio? Did the speedrun audio play earlier? Or did I just play an entire speedrun video that no one could hear at all? Uh... So one issue I noticed with OBS is the mixer area does not have the computer audio as an option. I wasn't sure what was going on with that. It just has the mic. But I did like a test recording, and the video playback from a browser was in my test recording, so I figured OBS was capturing it. Oh, 2.6 is my default in speed up Chrome extension. I've had that for a while. I could probably increase it. Like, I decrease it for specific videos depending on what's going on, but that's my default. Alright. I don't know if I'll be able to fix this mid-video. I probably would. Let's try to search. If I have too much trouble with OBS, I can buy Wirecast or try their free trial. OBS Studio for Mac currently requires a second program to help it capture desktop audio. As of 2017. Wait, no, but I swear I did a test recording. Oh, wait. When I did my test recording, I probably had an open mic. I don't think I'd put on headphones yet. So maybe the test recording was just picking up the echo through the mic, and that tricked me. Wait, which is the one I just opened? I wanted to go to OBS Pro. Okay, so it's this tab. Okay, so I guess you guys aren't going to be able to hear this. Oh, I show you audio capture and audio video setup. There's probably other ways. Oh, this is because by default it's so dumb, literally. I see. Alright, what is this I show you thing? An extension to OS X used by iShowU Studio to record audio from your computer replaces Soundflower. Okay, so I probably want this. I'm gonna keep reading some shit. There's, see, I have, there's like, oh, I have some sound tools. I have audio hijack and I have loopback, except I forgot if I paid for that or not, but I can easily get it. So if I could do it with Rogue Amoeba apps instead of some app I've never heard of, that might be better. Wait, what app is this again? Oh, this is Sound Source. That's not Soundflower. They might be related, though. See, Soundflower is a kernel extension from Rogue Amoeba, but it no longer exists, and they made other stuff instead. Okay, so they're saying if you used to use Soundflower, you should get Loopback. So Loopback is like the better Soundflower, or I can use I Show You. And conceivably Audio Hijack would do it. Okay, well this actually looks simple. Let's get this. Oh, system extension blocked. Shiny white box limited. Wait, I didn't catch what type of access I'm supposed to give it. I don't see it. Oh, I have to click allow here. Okay, allow. Okay. Now I go to sound? Oh, there it is. Am I supposed to select it? Okay, no, I think I'm just supposed to see it. Alright, where's OBS? Uh... Audio input capture source. Create new. Mac audio. Oh, I could have just captured from my headphones, I guess? Anyways. Bye, Zhao. Alright, let's use this as a test. Okay, so could you hear any of that? I'm guessing no. So let's try another one. Headphones? Okay, what the fuck? How do I want to put this back where it was. Unhide all, hide, hide. Oh, I double clicked it and it went back. Okay, and then what I was trying to do was make this bigger. There we go. Okay, so I definitely did something wrong. Maybe I was supposed to do an audio output capture. So let's try this. Mac output. Oh, input capture on my headphones would be my headphone mic, wouldn't it? So that would be echo. Okay, so I think I disabled that, and this doesn't even have a device. Maybe I have to restart OBS or something. Let's see. Okay, install it. Oh wait, they want me to click audio MIDI setup? The other one didn't have that, did it? Okay, they wanted me to do an input capture. And choose I show you audio, and it should work. So that's what I did here. I chose I show you. And it did not work. It won't actually output any sound to your speakers or headphones, so you'll be playing mute. Aha, so we need to use the audio MIDI thing. Okay. So plus create aggregate device. Oh, multi-output device. Alright. I think that's what I wanted. Can we name this? Okay. Streaming. What the hell is drift correction, and which one's supposed to be master? Okay, now we go to System Preferences, Sound, and we click on this. And now we need a test video. Here's the video. Well, I could hear that, but I don't think that the video is hearing it. Because this one is the I show you. It doesn't seem to be working. So, MIDI setup. Let's try this as the master device. Alright, so that wasn't working. Drift correction. I'm very suspicious that I need to restart OBS. Oh wait, okay. Mic auxiliary audio, default. Oh, desktop audio disabled. Wait, why don't we, oh, there's no choices. Mic auxiliary audio 2. I show you audio capture. Try that. And get rid of that. Alright.
And we don't want that to happen to you, and set the master device
there we
to,
go.
That's weird. The little flippers just kind of changed up on you, but select the master device for your audio to whatever your default output is. It could be your built-in output, or...
Okay, could you hear that? I bet you could hear that. It was louder than me talking, so I'm going to turn it down a bit.
In my case, I'm using the stereo microphone, so the master device is going to control all of the audio is going to be that. And that is all you need to do in here. Now, the next thing you need to do, I cannot quite mirror or else it will crash my screen recorder, but you're going to go into your sound settings and go into output and set your output to the multi-audio output device. So just the multi-output device right here, which is labeled as an aggregate device. And then just pull back open your OBS, go into your settings, and under audio, you should select the stereo microphone for your first microphone device. And then for the second...
Wait, I can't turn it down for my headphones. It's too loud. Okay, so it works, but literally no volume control. What the fuck? Maybe if I make the other one the master, I'll have volume control? Output, streaming. Oh, maybe you have to go to the specific one and then turn it down. And then go back to the aggregate. Is that going to be softer? Oh, that's totally softer. Oh, so I can turn this down to like half. And go to this. Put it at half. Oh, wait. I broke it. Okay, what did I do? It was totally working a moment ago. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. Okay, streaming.
Second, and that's a lot of delicious video quality that you want to work with. And then for audio bitrate, set that up to 320. You find yourself, like your pal, using an older Mac to record. If you're going to use your Mac, then select the Enable Advanced Encoder settings and set your preset to ultra fast, and that will help you pull a little bit more performance out of an older computer. For recording, you probably want to set your here to same as stream.
when an infinitive is used without to, that's called a bare infinitive. Look that up. And I want to sit. To sit is a noun infinitive and is the object of want. And I made a request to see John. To see is an adjective infinitive, which modifies request. And John is the object of to see. When you're trying to find the verbs in a sentence, the verbs won't be words ending in ing or words with to in front. Those are verbals, not verbs. So that's the key thing about verbals, is that they're derived from verbs in the sense that they're sort of root words in a verb, but they're not doing the verb job in a particular sense, which is why they have a different form, such as ing or whatever. People often write something, references, I should say, references. People often write something that means something else. The written words somehow refer the...
If you want to know more about verbals, you should look up finite verbs and non-finite verbs. What we call like regular verbs are finite verbs, and verbals are non-finite verbs. And you can like Wikipedia that and then find some like keywords and the general idea and then search for other info.
Refer the reader to some other words. There are four main types of references: pronouns, reference adjectives, abbreviations, and explanations. I think this is interesting because this is a good conceptual grouping, but it's a non-standard grouping. Like you wouldn't find these things grouped together in a standard English grammar textbook. Pronouns and explanations, which is bad because these things are just taught as like isolated rules without being fit into a broader framework. So I think this is good and interesting. So pronouns are common words like he, me, myself, it, or that. They refer to other words usually previously stated. Pronouns are always nouns. And John went to the store because he wanted milk. The pronoun he refers to John. And I wanted an iPhone, so I bought it. The pronoun it refers to iPhone. Reference adjectives are similar to pronouns, but they're adjectives like my. And John liked his job. The adjective his refers to John and means John's. These adjectives are also possessive, right? And that's another. I think it's fine terminology, but that's something where you might, in another treatment of the topic, you might see reference adjectives given a different name. Abbreviations include acronyms like BTW, which means by the way, and contractions like don't, which means do not. Explanatory references use words to explain to the reader what you want to refer to. For example, the thing you said yesterday about cats is a reference to something said previously. It explains what it's referring to by giving clues. You said it was said yesterday, and it's...
This is pretty fucking awkward that you have to like install drivers, set up audio device thing, and then actually set your default output to streaming thing to like do the multi-output. They should make it just work. And you'll have to like, I'll have to switch my audio device when I'm not streaming and then like switch it back when I am streaming. Actually, maybe I don't have to, because it doesn't matter if it's outputting to iShowU audio capture when I'm not streaming, it just won't go anywhere. Although when I'm not streaming, I won't normally be on headphones. So I'll have to switch between headphones or not, but yeah, I guess it's not that bad now that it's set up.
And it's about cats. Be careful with explanatory references because they're often unclear. That's true if you've ever had somebody say to you, oh, the thing you were talking about yesterday. And sometimes that's all they say. They can be exceedingly unclear. When in doubt, it's better to give extra information than to give too little. Reading a few extra words is a minor downside. Being unable to figure out what a reference means is a major downside. And misunderstanding the reference as referring to something else is even worse. Right, because if you can't figure it out, at least you know you can't figure it out. Whereas if you misunderstand the reference, then you're really lost. To fully understand a sentence, you must find every reference and figure out what it refers to. Implied words. Writers and speakers often leave out some words. It's your job to figure out what they didn't say. It's often somewhat ambiguous, so you'll have to make reasonable guesses that make sense. And a side comment is that implied words, when I've gotten especially stuck analyzing a sentence, it's often because there's some implied words involved that I'm missing that are, it's necessary to know that they're implied in order to do the analysis. A case that I'm pretty solid on, but it's worth mentioning because it comes up so much, is when there's a command, they call it the imperative. For instance, if you want to analyze a sentence and you want to figure out what the subject is, and the sentence is answer the door, the subject is implied. It's you, right? It's the person who's telling you to answer.
Oh, I can put the link in chat. Or, wait, you already did, huh? But, I don't know. If I put video links in chat when I watch them, then people would be able to find the original video if they wanted to, because there's, like, chat replay along with the live stream. So that seems like a good thing to do.
You to answer the door. But if you just say answer the door, you just see answer the door, you might not understand that right away. If you think about it conceptually, who they're talking to, there's an implied you, they're commanding you, but just looking at the words of a statement, particularly in actual spoken discourse where shortcuts are more common as opposed to formal nonfiction writing or something where stuff tends to be more spelled out, it's a big issue, the implied words thing. So perhaps the most commonly omitted word is that. Yes, I agree. The sentence I think Joe is smart means I think that Joe is smart. People leave out words that seem obvious. And the house has big windows in front. What are the windows in front of? It doesn't actually say, but we can guess it means big windows in the front of the house. Yes. An indirect object is a shortcut involving an implied word. They are nouns that come after verbs and have an implied to or for in front. And I threw her the ball. Her is an indirect object, which means to her, which is a prepositional phrase modifying through, right? And in standard grammar treatments, indirect objects are given a major sentence category type, whereas this treatment is basically saying they're just a shortcut for a prepositional phrase. So, and I think that's a reasonable reading. Sentence types should not be multiplied beyond necessity, and yeah, it does mean to her, and they don't even come up indirect objects super often. So elevating it to a major sentence type is not the best idea. So I agree with this. And I built him a house. Him is an indirect object, which means for him, which is a prepositional phrase modifying built. Implied words are common with conjunctions because people don't want to repeat themselves. Consider trees often have acorns under them and dirt. I wouldn't recommend writing it that way, but sometimes people do, so you should be able to read it. It means trees often have acorns under them and trees often have dirt. The comma before and indicates that and is joining a whole clause instead of a phrase. So repeating the verb and subject is implied. A verb and subject are needed to make a clause. Right. So the fact that you have the comma, because if you didn't have the comma, you can imagine a sentence like trees are pretty and green. And so in that case, the and is joining, so you have the subject trees, are is a linking verb, and then there's no comma, and you just have a compound complement. Whereas here we have a comma, so that implies a clause. So we have to read that in a reasonable way if we can, so that it is a clause. So then we import the subject and verb into the second part of the sentence. I also read the modifiers often and under them as repeating by implication. That's a judgment call, not a grammatical necessity. Continuing. I'd read the first book is around 25,000 words, and the second is around 135,000. By the way, this mixing of the numbers and thousands is bothering me, but that's okay. As meaning, the first book is around 25,000 words, and the second book is around 135,000 words. Each implied word is used before the conjunction and. Some words aren't really implied, but you can pretend they are to make a sentence clearer. The sentence "I eat steak and lobster" means I eat group of nouns, right? It's a, you can call it a compound direct object. The steak and the lobster are receiving the action of being eaten by the subject I. It has a group or compound noun as the object of eat. No words are missing. Right, I agree. However, you can read it as "I eat steak and I eat lobster" in order to make the meaning extra clear. As long as you don't change the meaning, you're not doing anything wrong. Right, that's a good distinction to make, because like with the tree stuff, you needed to import to imply the subject and verb to the second part of the sentence in order to have grammar, in order for it to be properly grammatical. Whereas here, yeah, as I said earlier, this is just two direct objects in group, which is perfectly grammatical. But doing this as a conceptual exercise for your own clarity and understanding is totally fine. Look for implied words whenever you're confused. This is maybe the best advice in the whole article, at least as far as I'm concerned. If you're having trouble, there could be an implied word which will help clarify. Note: formal writing leaves out fewer words because it's used for complicated ideas. Understanding complicated ideas is hard enough without also guessing a bunch of unwritten words. That's true. Informal writing says simpler, easier stuff, so I can get away with more shortcuts. And if you notice in certain fields, like some about law, like if you read a typical judicial opinion, everything is very structured and spelled out and explicitly stated. And cited and well ordered and organized, because the analysis often gets pretty complex.
Yeah, I was reading some David Deutsch physics papers the other day, and he's very careful how he words everything.
And so, even for the writer, to make sure they hit all their points, they have to say everything very clearly and explicitly and not use shortcuts. Whereas, yeah, if you're just doing informal writing, you can get away with a lot more. Sentence analysis examples. After lunch, after John sings, he loves playing games. I made a comment about this sentence about it bothering me, because I want an and here or something along those lines. This complex sentence has two clauses in a conjunction. The second after. FYI, the word after can be a preposition or a conjunction. Right. So you see here, first uses a preposition. There's no clause here. There's just a preposition and the object. After lunch. Whereas this is an actual clause. John sings is a meaningful statement. It could be a sentence. There is one main clause. He loves playing games. Action verb loves, subject he, which refers to John. Object playing games. Playing is a gerund, a noun based on a verb. Games is the object of playing, which tells us what playing action. Alright, I had a little hiccup in the recording process, but we're back. So I just noted a typo here. So as I was saying, games is the object of playing, which tells us what playing.
Okay, that amused me. that just all of a sudden your voice totally changed.
Playing action is, but the playing action is intent. Together, the words playing games form a gerund phrase which functions as a noun, right? Because it's he loves playing games, it's what he loves to do. It's the thing. John sings is a subordinate clause, the verb sings and subject John. The second after joins the two clauses, it tells us they're connected and what the relationship is. The game playing happens at a later time in the setting. After lunch is a prepositional phrase, it functions as an adverb modifying love. You can also interpret it as modifying the main clause of the whole sentence. I think I would go for a main clause. Summary: John loves playing games given two conditions. First, it's after eating. Second, it's after lunch. No, it does not say that he doesn't love playing games at other times. That's not implied, right? He loves playing games not only after lunch, but after breakfast or on the 4th of July or whatever. Which one lots of interesting grammar? Me too. Action verb 1, subject I, object learn lots. To learn is an infinitive, it's based on a verb, learn. It has an object lots, which says what the learning action is done to. The whole infinitive phrase functions as a noun. Of interesting grammar is a prepositional phrase modifying lots. Of is a preposition and grammar is a noun. Interesting is a participle based on the verb interest. It functions as an adjective modifying grammar. Summary: learning something I want given one condition, the learning has to be about grammar. And I want a large amount of that kind of work. After you practice the material from part 3, you'll be able to analyze many sentences from books and blog posts. Below are some sentences to begin your practice.
Your voice, like, the tone changed significantly all of a sudden. So it made it like a bigger interruption. Because it was recorded at a different time, or maybe it's just because you lost your flow or something.
In your practice. Typically, after analyzing a sentence, start looking up words from it using multiple dictionaries. I'm prepared. I actually made this 1828 one from a file I found online, imported it into Apple's dictionary format, so that was fun. Check which parts of speech, e.g. noun or conjunction the words can be and what their meanings are for each part of speech. So, running fast is fun. The linking verb is, the subject is running. Fast is an adjective. Now, running in this case is a noun, so I guess it's just, the thing about verbs can be a little tricky because they can take both, they have some verbiness to them, so you can maybe, I think, have an adverb modifying them sometimes, but adjective can modify them too. But in any case, complement here, because it's a linking verb sentence, is fun, not, is an adverb modifying fast, is an adjective modifying so. I don't want to stand on my porch when it's wet. So the action verb is want. There's an auxiliary verb here, do. And I was just talking about this word on another part of this grammar analysis article. Basically, sometimes do can have meaning, like you do look great. So you really emphasize, oh, the person really looks great. But do often comes up as a sort of support or scaffold word for not, because you can't just throw not, you can't just say, I not want to stand on my porch when it's wet.
Oh, how did you lose content? Like, was it in any way a fault of, whatchamacallit? The screencast thing? Screencast-o-matic. Or was it like something that might happen to me if I use screencast-o-matic?
When it's wet. In some languages you could. In Spanish you can just throw a negation word in front and that's enough. But in English, that's not how we do it. So I think that's descriptive. Subject I, object to stand. Right. So the thing that they don't want is to stand. They don't want to do that activity. That's the thing. So you have an infinitive object. An infinitive serving as an object. Gotta be clear because infinitives can have objects, but that's the role of the infinitive in the sentence is the object. Not is an adverb modifying. So is an adverbial. There's a.
Yeah, I don't know if you read all the FI posts, but Anne ran into an infinitive with a subject. And a lot of grammar materials that deal with those, I think, are confused, and they present it confusingly. But I think that the infinitive having a subject is the best interpretation. Let's see if we can find that. Whoa. Graphical glitch? Okay. Infinitive. Oh yeah, it was let him be. So like, him seems like the direct object of let, but I think that actually the object of let is the phrase or clause him be, which is a infinitive clause with be as the verb, the non-finite verb, and him as the subject. So I think basically him is grouped with be, and then the object is the whole thing. And if you had to put say the object as one word, I think it would be be, because the verb is like the leader of its grouping. So it's the number 8 thread if you wanna see Anne's initial opinions and then working through it and looking several things up. There were a bunch of exchanges about it.
There's a question mark in my voice there, which indicates my mental state. It's an adverbial prepositional phrase describing the location where the person does not want to stand. So where don't they want to stand? On the porch. When is a conjunction? Because you have a prepositional phrase, it's on is a preposition. When, though, is a conjunction is it is wet. That's a full sentence with.
I'm gonna put this in my newsletter before I forget. Your title's not very good. It doesn't even say part 3. I'm just gonna retitle it.
With subject it, verb is, complement what. When is a conjunction? So when is a conjunction which tells us the situation under which the person does not want to stand on the porch when it's wet. All right, and let's go back and say preposition on, object, preposition, porch, my modifies porch. I don't want to stand in a particular location under a particular condition. Location is my porch. Condition is when it is wet. There we go. So thinking verb. So next we have swimming after work is too tiring. Thinking verb is subject. Swimming, which is gerund, complement, tiring, that is a, right. The tiring is the present participle. That's the thing, tire is a verb. Right. Feel or cause feel, need of rest or sleep. So tire is a verb. Tiring is an adjective describing swimming, and it's a present participle derived from tire. After work is a prepositional phrase describing when the swimming that is tiring takes place. I guess when the swimming takes place. Now this is one of the places where my analysis gets a bit stuck. So I'm like, well, swimming is a gerund, so it's acting as a noun, but it's derived from a verb. So it's a prepositional phrase, because I think the prepositional phrase is describing swimming. What's that, adjective versus adverb here before? Right. The adjectives tell which one, what kind, how many, how much or how many. For adjectives, adverb prepositional phrases tell where, when, how, and to what extent. Right. So after work is when. I'm going to say after work is an adverbial prepositional phrase describing when the swimming takes place. And that's modifying the gerund. So to is an adverb modifying tiring. To just means accessibly here. Probably find it. To a higher degree than is desirable, permissible, or possible. Accessibly. There we go. If you can think of a synonym that's a word that ends in ly, that's a good sign that's an adverb. It's a very rough rule, but you can do worse. All right. Swimming after work is too tiring. No, we should say preposition after.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Because like the standard rule is if it ends in ly, it's probably an adverb. But I hadn't thought of that one. If it has a synonym that ends in ly, it's probably an adverb. Not bad. Oh, now I have a new blog comment, so I can see if it shows up in Vienna anytime soon. I wonder how often it refreshes. Check for new articles every 3 hours. Well, that's stupid. How about every 5 minutes? And make this my default reader. Okay, I will come back to that and see if it shows up properly.
After object work. Here we go. Next, John gets sweaty when he does his exercise routine. Action verb. Gets. Subject. John. Complement. Sweaty. When is a conjunction describing the situation under which John gets sweaty. Action verb on the subordinate clause does. Subject he. Object routine. His and exercise modify routine. Conclusions. John gets sweaty in a particular situation. He gets sweaty when he does his exercise routine. Or I guess I should say the situation is when he does his exercise routine. That's the situation. There we go. I gave him gifts. That's the next one. Action verb gave. Subject I. Object gifts. Alright, this is so you give the gifts. An indirect object before to him is him, right? So you give the gifts, and then the recipient is him. So this is the shortcut that Elliot was talking about. Oh, and going back, I guess we should talk about references. Because in John gets sweaty when he does his exercise routine, he refers to John, and his to John's, right? Because John gets sweaty when John does John's exercise routine. If you want it to be fully clear, so they're repetitive, that's how you write it. So, okay. I love to throw boomerangs to myself. Well, by the nature of boomerangs, if you're throwing them, you would hope they would be coming back. Action verb love, right? Not to throw, that would be confusion that people might have. Yeah, this is a good one. It's got to throw and boomerangs and to myself, so that's a good learning one. Subject I, object, to throw boomerangs. That's what you want. To throw boomerangs is an infinitive phrase with the object boomerangs. To myself is a prepositional phrase describing the recipient of the object. Right. You could say, I love to give gifts to myself, right? That's then you're saying, if he said, I love to give myself gifts, or I love to give him gifts. I just think I realized something. If you have an infinitive serving as the direct object, then I think maybe you can't have an indirect object in the shortcut sense that Elliot was talking about earlier. Because if you have an indirect object who's a person, then the direct object needs to be a thing. Like I hit him, or I threw him the ball, or I gave him a gift, or whatever. But it doesn't really work when you're talking about like activities or the sort of things that infinitive serving as objects stand for. So that's I'm not sure about that, but it's just a thought I had. Okay, so continuing on. Right, so to myself is a prepositional phrase describing the recipient of the object being to throw boomerangs, it's an activity. And then the person is saying, I love doing this activity. Oh, that's not quite right, I guess. The object of the infinitive, right?
Yeah, what you said about indirect objects sounds plausible. Like they're a limited shortcut. They're not super generic and universal. They only work in certain sorts of cases.
Because boomerangs is an infinitive object. Yeah, and this is reflexive. I'm not really sure what the prepositional phrase is modifying specifically. I don't know.
Well, it's not love to myself, and it's not like boomerangs to myself, it's throw to myself. The to myself modifies throw. Because you're throwing to yourself. You are the recipient of the throwing.
It seems to be modifying this whole thing, whole infinitive phrase, to throw boomerangs. I'm not sure what sort of prepositional phrase it is. I love to engage in an activity. Activity is throwing boomerangs to myself. There we go. When a movie is boring, I stop watching. Me too. Action verb, stop. Subject, I. Action verb, object, watching, turn. Alright, because it's an activity. ING serving is a noun object. Conjunction, when, subordinate clause. Movie is boring. Action verb, oops. Linking verb, is. Subject, movie, complement. Boring. Modifies movie. Conclusions. Stop watching movies under a particular condition. Movie. Condition is when the movie is boring. I like reading nonfiction books out of order. Action verb, like. Subject, I. Object, books. Oops, I messed that up. Backing up, object. Reading books, yes. The gerund with an object. Gerund phrase with an object. Serving with the whole phrase serving as an object in a sense. Non-fiction, an adjective modifying books. Alright, so I did some searching. I've seen out described as both a adverb and a preposition.
Oh, I see you also have a million dictionaries now.
Out of or out of order as idiomatic expressions. I think that the best way to think about it, and I'm definitely open to criticism on this, is out is an adverb, and of order is a prepositional phrase. And of order says you're out of what, so of order is an adverbial phrase, I guess, modifying an adverb. So that's what I'm going to do tentatively. Now the question is, I like reading, right? So out is modifying reading as an adverb, so it's hooking into reading verbiness. Even though reading books, reading nonfiction.
Okay, the Atom feed is totally broken. It's like, yeah, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with it. But my RSS feed works fine, so whatever. I'll go delink the Atom feed though, because it's actually broken. Ooh, extra period. Or extra space. Alright, no more Atom feed link because it doesn't work right. Okay, comments. There's my comment. New comment. Wait, what the fuck is that? Oh, there's the link. But I wanted to open Safari, not in Vienna. Open new links in background. Oh, open links in external browser. There we go. Alright, now that worked. Yeah, that kind of makes sense, because at that point you would have, like, 7 examples of boring statements, and you'd be like, okay, those were bad, I don't want to make those anymore. So then you would be able to look at what is... just download it from their website, it's free. It's like open source. So the Josh thing. If you have a bunch of examples of your boring statements, it's easier to make a criterion for how to avoid them. That will at least work for the ones that are your examples. Because, like, it's the generic avoid boring statements, that's, like, tricky. Like, what are all the boring statements? But if you figure out, like, 2 types of boring statements that are the ones you actually make, then it'll be easier to make guidelines for yourself, not to make those 2 particular categories of boring statement. You'll have, like, a clearer idea of what problem you're looking for. Instead of any boring problem, it'll be the specific ones. Yeah, Vienna's good. It's Mac only, but other than that, seems solid. I mean, Mac only is fine for me, but it just means I can't recommend it to everyone. On the other hand, you got a nice native Mac UI. It doesn't look like a shitty port.
Reading nonfiction books is serving as an object as a whole. I was sort of reaching into that object and modifying reading as a verb. Right. So if I'm doing that approach that I just described, even though I kind of think that of order is almost describing like what kind of out or something, it's modifying adverbs. It's an adverbial prepositional phrase. All right, next one. My broken speakers don't work for making sounds. That's right. Action verb. Work. Subject speakers. Auxiliary verb. Do. Support word for not. Not is an adverb modifying work. My is an adjective modifying speakers. Right. Broken. Past participle. Adjective modifying speakers. For making sound is an adverbial prepositional phrase describing what the speakers do not work for. Preposition is for, object is sound. Making is a present participle adjective modifying sound, I think. We'll see. The other, we're saying, well, is it like a is, maybe a gerund with an object? I don't have a good principle on which to distinguish or to argue for my position, but I'm going to go with present participle adjective for now. All right, FYI, abbreviation. FYI working at the CIA is cooler than the FBI, for your information. So we'll start with the normal. So action verb is subject, working, which is gerund, complement, cooler. So you see than can be a conjunction and a preposition. It's bigger here. So I like these examples. This is right. Introducing a second element in comparison as preposition. He was much smaller than his son, right? Because his son is not a full clause as conjunction. Jack doesn't know any more than I do. I do is that could be as a subject and verb. So here you have to analyze closely. But working at the CIA, I'm gonna write out the implied words. That's why working at the CIA is cooler than working at the FBI, right? But even if we add those words, then working at the FBI is not a sentence. So
you're such a fast typist when silence removes your typing. That was like 200 words per minute or something right there. So, in Ulysses, I can use square brackets. You, I see, are putting slashes in front of them. That is not necessary. Those slashes are for escaping. However, you can set up special rules. Where are they? Is it styles? No, that doesn't seem right. Edit? These are just the colors. I forgot where it is, but you can set up... Oh wait, maybe it is here. Oh yeah, see, I made my links have double square brackets around them. That way, I can use single square brackets without having to escape them. I think I changed something else as well off of the default so that I could do like normal typing without escaping. The divider might have been 4 that I changed to 3. I forgot. I think it might have been though. But yeah, anyways, if you change your link to have double square brackets, then you can use... Oh, I did it with annotation as well. With that double curly braces. That's definitely not the default, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, I didn't like having to escape square brackets every time I used them.
Then serving as a preposition, so prepositional phrase. Then looking at... Right, so that's interesting. So the object of the preposition, what is the subject in the first part of the sentence? When you apply it to the prepositional phrase, it just becomes the object, and there's another prepositional phrase, which is nested. Oh, I guess I should say, since it's modifying cooler, no, that's not the, right. I'm finding a great definition, but I think cooler, since it's an adjective, so then it's an adverbial prepositional phrase. FBI, at the FBI prepositional phrase, since it's modifying working at what? Working at the FBI. It's an adjective prepositional phrase. I'm not sure what FYI is. I'm just going to do conclusions. Like in terms of the structure, it's kind of like by the way. What is by the way? I can guess that it's maybe modifying the whole rest of the sentence. Adverb? I'm not sure. So I just realized I didn't do the conclusions for the previous sentence. So my broken speakers don't work for making sound. Conclusions, speakers are broken. They don't work for making sound. And now, I'm not sure what to say about this one. Alright. It's like, conclusions. Following information is for your information. Working at the CIA is cooler than working at the FBI. Sure. Yep. Okay.
That was a very abrupt ending. Alright, well, I did my writing goal and some extra, and I watched a couple things, and that's 2 hours and 15 minutes stream. I am done for now.